Hey guys, Saturn Looms here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this adorable ice cream cone, which is designed by that one rubber band on Instagram. Her name is Tiff. Thank you so much for letting me film this tutorial for you. Sorry it took so long. And this design is super cute, and it's really easy, and not that band heavy at all. I mean, I didn't do the band count. I can't tell you it. It'll be in the description because I'll do it after I film. But it did not take many bands when I did it. So, it's just so cute. I love the mint chocolate chip that I did on this one. So, let's get straight into the materials that we need to make this guy. So, of course, you're going to need any type of hook. I use my Rainbow Loom hook as always. You are going to be needing a C-clip or stitch marker. Oh, before I mention my band colors, you also will be needing some safety eyes. I mean, you don't have to add eyes or a face or anything if you don't want, but I think it's cuter with a face. And I am using 8mm safety eyes, and I did not use backings because I put these on at the end. And for the band colors, like I said, the band count will be in the description for the cone and the ice cream. I'm also using two Sweets pink bands for the cheeks. But for today, I'm going to be using the opaque beige from the Rainbow Loom web store for the cone. I did that for the mint one too. And for the ice cream, I'm going to be doing Neapolitan. I saw this on Tiff's Instagram. She did a Neapolitan one, so I wanted to do one too because it was so cute. And it'll be like a swirl, so you guys can see how to do the swirl, or you can just do a solid color, and then you can add like the chip. If you're doing like chocolate chip like this, you can add the chunks like during it and just put it in the stitches, but I do it afterwards so I can put them in manually. I just slip and up them in. But I'm using the Glow White from the exclusive Michaels bucket, Glow Pink from the exclusive Michaels bucket, and then Opaque Cocoa from the Rainbow Loom web store. So band count will be in the description, and you will also need some polyfill or stuffing, cotton balls, napkins, whatever you use to stuff. This might not be enough. I don't know. I think that'll be enough, but we'll see. And for the mouth, I cut a black band and hot glued on. You can just slip not a face on or something. I don't know. Whatever you want. Okay, enough with the intro. It's already a 3-minute intro, and let's get started on making this cutie. So you're gonna want to get your hook, and you're gonna want to get your ice cream color, and I'm doing my Neapolitan swirl. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a band and cap it on our hook, or make a cap band with 3 loops. So this is 1, 2, 3, or you could drop it 2 times depending on how you count it, but there should be 3 loops. And now I'm going to take a brown band and pull my cap band onto that, and then reclaim, and then push this back loop over the front loop, and don't pull tightly. We're going to go back into the cap band. I'm going to take another brown band and pull it through just the cap band and not this back band. Reclaim and put these back 2 loops over the front one. Now we're gonna go back in. We just made 2 stitches. We need to make 4 more. I'm gonna go with my white for the vanilla. Don't know if I've ever used white in a tutorial. Yeah, I have with my icing for the cupcake. This cupcake and ice cream go together so good. It's so cute. All right. So just one more time, through the cap band, and then the back 2 over the front one, like this. And now you should have 6 stitches. So to count, you always start with the one on your hook. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This little thing right here is not a stitch, so don't be fooled. Now you're gonna wanna get your stitch marker, which just drops. So I brought a bunch because I always drop my C-clip. And put it to the band that's on your hook. And now we are going to do an increase around, and we're gonna have 12 stitches. If you don't know what an increase is, then I will show you. So instead of going into the cap band now, we're gonna go into this first stitch. And we're going to take a band, and just like we're doing with the magic ring, pull it just through the loop, and then these back 2 loops over the front one. Now we're gonna go back into the same stitch for the increase and put another band. And pull it through just the stitch, reclaim, and these back 2 over the front one. And we're going to repeat that pattern all the way around. So through the loop, reclaim, back 2 over the front one. And for the Neapolitan, I'm just putting the same colors in my stitches to make the swirl. I love the Michaels glow bands. I've gotten 2 so far, 2 of the buckets, because I ran out of the white and I like all the colors, so I got it for the white and for all the rainbow colors, and I just love the glow and the pastel-y kind of colors they are. So we're just doing our increase around. I should probably put them on my finger. I don't know how people do that. If they put it on their finger and then loom off their finger. No. And when we get to our C-clip, just take it off the band, or the stitch, and put it to the band that's on your hook. Now we should have 12 stitches around, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. You should be looking something like this. And if you're doing the Neapolitan, then you should have 4 stitches in each color. It should be even all the way around. Just move them a little closer. Close enough that they're not in frame. There we go. Now we're going to do a single crochet and then an increase around. So what a single is you're going to go into the stitch, take 1 band, pull it through, but we're just going to leave it now. We're not going to put 2 in it. And now we're going to go to the next stitch and do our increase. And then the next one will be a single and an increase. So we're just going to repeat that pattern all the way around. And this is a very easy design, so I do recommend it to beginners. The hardest part, I'd say, is the ruffle for the edge of the ice cream, but it isn't even hard. And yeah, so it's a really easy design. I'm trying to stay in frame. I feel like I should like back camera a little. I'm always so slow when I go on camera. Everybody goes so fast when they loom on camera, like the tutorials I watch, and there's me. I loom so slow. And it's also hard trying to make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing. Should end on an increase. I'm moving my... It's been like 46 days since I uploaded. I think that's what when I was just checking my analytics on YouTube, and it said like when I uploaded my last video, and it was so long ago. I am so sorry. It's so hard to stay motivated. I swear. I have so many tutorials I have to film. I think next I'm gonna do Zimmy's gnome. A lot of you have been asking me when I'm gonna do that. I think I'll do that next. So now you should have 18 stitches. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And if you're doing the Neapolitan, then you should have 6 stitches in each color around. So now we're going to do 5 single rows around. So I will do like one with you because they're really repetitive and easy. And then I'll go off camera and you guys pause the video and do the other 4 rows just to save filming time because my phone does not have unlimited storage. I have like 64 gigs. Ooh. Low power. Great. I'll charge my phone while I'm doing my rows. So I put these here as like markers. So every time I start a new row, I pick up a brown band or whatever color your ice cream is. So we're just gonna do single stitches all the way around, no increases. So just singles in every single stitch for 5 rows. So it's been so long, like I said, this is uploaded, so how are you guys doing? Leave me a comment. I replied to almost every comment. But I'm horrible at checking them. I'm so bad at checking comments. So if you like want help, I would suggest DMing me on Instagram. I get back a lot faster than YouTube. Sometimes it takes me like a week to look at my YouTube comments. But if I see the notification, then I will respond. But usually I have to go into the YouTube studio and like check my comments. Like I don't get notifications for everything. For some reason, which I did. I'm like closing in on like 900 subs, I think. I have like 840 some right now. I'm so grateful that you guys have been so patient with me with uploading and such. 1,000 would be honestly a dream. That's one of my New Year's resolutions was to hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube by the end of the year, and it's only July, so we'll see. So now you should still have 18 stitches, and I am going to go off camera to do my additional 4 rows, and you guys can pause the video and come back to me when you're done with your 4 rows. Alright, so I finished my additional 4 rows, and I hope you guys did too. Should be looking like this. And I love the Neapolitan on this one so far. And now we are going to do a single row, but in the inside loop only, or front loop only, whatever you call it. But the loop, this loop. So instead of going through the whole stitch, we're just gonna go through the half. It's also called a half row. So with our ice cream color, just gonna go through the front loop inside, I don't know what to call it, in the pattern tiff row, in front loop, and I always refer to it as the inside loop because that could be the front loop and this could be the back loop, so inside loop only, all the way around, which is still have 18 stitches. Trying to think of something. Oh, I broke my foot. I only put a picture in like a group chat for Loomers on Instagram. I put a picture, but I didn't put it on like my story or anything or YouTube or anything. So, but yeah, I broke my foot, but it's not that bad. It's a small break, so it's healing. I'm not really taking the best care of it, I will admit. Not really following all the instructions. But I go back in like 2 weeks, I think. Like, not this following, not this coming week, but the following week. So hopefully I won't have to wear my stupid orthopedic shoe anymore. It's really annoying. So yeah, that happened. It's been a pretty lazy summer so far. A lot of looming. I just had an Etsy restock, so if you want to go check that out, link will be in the description. It's also on my channel called Saturn Looms. Once we get to the C-clip, just do our stitch in that. And move your clip up. And it's okay if it looks like it's closing in. It's not. Just because we did the half row, that's just how it is. But your design is not closing up. You should still have 18 stitches. So now I like to stuff it a little bit right now. We're still gonna stuff the cone a little bit later. Once it's like exists, but it doesn't even exist yet. But I like to stuff it a little bit because it's kind of hard to get up here once you have made the cone, because the cone is like decreasing. Like that's where I'm gonna put my face, like in the white. Maybe the strawberry. No, I'll do the white. Okay, so now we can put away our ice cream colors. Colors, whatever you're doing. Just moving mine. Love these containers. They're like double compartment. Them at like the dollar store. They're so good. They're pretty durable. One of mine has a crack in it, but that's one that used to be used for food because I stole it from the kitchen. Okay, so now we're going to do the cone. You're going to switch to your cone color. And how we do it is like decreasing every row, but like you just keep, you'll see. I'll do like two or three of the rows with you, and then I'll just like keep putting out the band format because it's repetitive. So this row, we are going to do 7 single crochets, then a decrease, then 7 single crochets and a decrease. And then we're going to end up with, I don't know how many stitches. 16. I'm doing the math in my head because the pattern's on my phone, but I'm filming on my phone. So we're going to go through the entire stitch, no more half row. And since we're changing color to a cone color, if you didn't do color, you don't have to do color changes if you were doing the Neapolitan. But since we're like completely changing to a new thing, we're going to do a color change, pull the band through everything on your hook, and then make a knot tight slip knot. And now we're going to go into this stitch and make a stitch, 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 band, band. So we're going to use 7 stitches, and then a decrease, and then 7 stitches and a decrease. You should end up with 16. Another thing about the glow bucket is the bands are really easy to loom with. I've noticed that. 6, 7. And now if you don't know how to do a decrease, I will show you. So we're going to take the inside half of your first loop, and then the back half of the next loop, and make a normal stitch. And that is a decrease. And I will show you one more time when I get to my last decrease. So we're going to do 7 more stitches. Trying so hard to stay in frame. I get a lot of complaints about that. Okay, so another decrease on, it should be ending on the C-clip. So the middle band, or middle band, inside loop, and then the outside loop. and make a normal stitch. And I should have 16 loops. I'm not going to count because I know I have 16 and I'm also lazy. So it should be looking like this. And now there's like a hair stuffing. Now we are going to do 6 single crochet, then a decrease, then 6 single crochet and a decrease. So I think you know where this is going. So it's going to keep going to 5 and then to 4 and then bleh. So I'll do like 2 more rows and then I'll tell you. And after you do the row where you do 4 single crochets and a decrease, and then you're going to want to stuff it. And then stuff more later if you can. Okay, so we're going to do 6 single crochets and then a decrease. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you should be able to tell where the decrease lands. Like, you can kind of just see. So, but I just count when I'm doing my stitches. Our decrease. The second decrease will always be on the last 2 stitches. Move your C-clip up, and now you should have 14 stitches. I'm not gonna count because I'm lazy. I don't know, maybe I'll put the... Because what I did here, I didn't put, like, because the decrease you can kind of see. You can always loosen the stitches so that you can't see it. Because I want my face to be, like, right here. But then the decrease lands here, so you'd be able to see that. I'll figure it out. So now we just did 6 single and a decrease. So now we're going to do 5 single crochets and a decrease. I don't know. I'm probably not going to do that all on camera. And then our decrease. 5 more. You don't really have to count when you're doing the second, like after your first decrease, because then you just know the last 2 stitches at the end of the row will be the decrease. I hope I made it clear that this design is not my design, because everybody always gets confused when they're posting. Like, they say the design is by me, but I just do the tutorial. I do a lot of tutorials for other Loomers designs. So this is not my design. This design is that one rubber band on Instagram. All her links will be down below. Yay. So now you should have 12 stitches. Yeah, 12 stitches. And now we're going to do 4 single crochets and a decrease. And I think right now is when I'm going to let you guys go and do the rest of the rows on your own. And I'll just come to tell you like the pattern. But it'll be, this row will be 4 single crochets and a decrease. The next one will be 3 single crochets and a decrease. Then 2 single crochets and a decrease. And then 1 single crochet and a decrease. And then I'll come back then, if that's okay. But yeah, so just keep going down. 4, 3, 2, 1. I hope you understand. Alright, sorry for that awkward ending. I don't know what was going on. I just ended that clip so awkwardly. But I just finished 2 singles and a decrease. So now I am back and going to do 1 single and a decrease. So 1 decrease. It's getting pretty tight. And decrease. And at this point you can just take your stitch marker off, but don't like throw it away. Why would you throw it? Actually, I throw C-clips away all the time, but I have so many, so. Well, now you're going to decrease everything until you can't anymore. I usually am able to do 2. It gets really tight. And then you're just going to pull a band through everything and pull it tight. Now we're going to tuck in the slip knot. Don't pull it like too tight because you want like the point on your ice cream. Like I pull it and then like kind of shape it, I guess. Try to. Ooh. It's a messed up cone. But you do have to fiddle with it a little. Fiddle with it a little. I'll probably fiddle with it off camera as well. So here's what we have. That's bothering me. Okay. So now we're going to do like the little ruffles. So you're going to need your ice cream color again. We don't need our cone color anymore. So but you're going to need a little bit of your cone color. I mean, not your cone color, your ice cream color. Ah! My words are getting all twisted. So you need your ice cream color. Or colors, like me. You got multiple. Not a lot. And what we're gonna do, you can see where we went into the half row. It's like the lines. So we're going to go through the entire stitch. And then do a single crochet. We're gonna go into the next one, the whole band, and just keep doing this all the way around. That was not in frame. I'm just like trying to make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing. But I can't wait to see the different color combos. I always say that. I love seeing other people's color combos. Like to things with that, like tutorials that I make. And especially if it's my design. Especially my turtle. Oh my gosh, you guys like love that thing. It's insane. I literally have a turtle curse. I have made so many. Because I had to make like, I made like 40 some Ukraine turtles for donating. I still have to go to the church and donate. My mom called and left a message, but they haven't gotten back to us yet. Raised about $320 for them. And then Rainbow Loom is going to match my donation. So they're going to get like $640. And then that will go towards like relief efforts for the people in Ukraine. So that's amazing. But now I'm just tired of making turtles. Even if they're just normal colored turtles and not Ukraine colored. Towards the end it gets a little bit harder to see. But it's still there. Okay. Now we're going to want to put a C-clip on. And now for this entire row, we're going to do an increase. Wait, no, right? Yeah, so we're going to start with an increase, but instead of 2 stitches, we're going to put 3 stitches. And then we're going to do 2 slip stitches, and then the increase of 3 again. So I will show you. So we're going to go into the first stitch, and we're going to do an increase, normal increase, but instead of with 2 bands, we're going to go back in and put 3 bands. And now we're going to go into the next stitch, and we're going to pull a band through everything and slip stitch, just like a color change. We're going to go into the next stitch and do that same thing. Slip stitch. And now we're going to do another increase with 3 in it. And this makes like the ruffle pattern. It's like perfectly sunny right now for the thumbnail, so I'm very happy. So now we're going to do 2 more slip stitches. Pull the band through everything. Don't pull tight. And then increase with 3. Two slip stitches. Then the increase. Increase is with 3 bands. When you do it with 2, it looks weird because it's like not ruffly. So make sure you're doing it with 3, and then make sure that they are slip stitches. You can't just, well, you can do normal stitches if you want, but it looks a lot better with slip stitches. Like I said, the slip stitches are just like color changes, but we're not actually color changing, it's just a stitch. 2, 3. And it honestly depends on how you stitched. So you could have a different amount of stitches around than me, but I'm going to end with the 2 slip stitches because right now I'm doing my increase and then I have 2 stitches left. And then the 2 slip stitches. And on the last one, if you end with a slip stitch, I think you should. But instead of just keeping it like that, you're just gonna pull tight. Take the C-clip off and tuck in the tail. And now you can leave your ice cream like this, because this is adorable too. But like I said, I'm going to add a face. I'm not going to glue the mouth on right now. I'm just going to put the cheeks and the eyes. That was a really good voice crack I just did right there. I will glue on the mouth for the thumbnail, but I have to like heat up the glue gun and I don't feel like doing that right this second. So I'm going to put my eyes. Like I said, I'm using 8mm safety eyes. And then put my cheeks. You slip knot them on. You can always like wrap it around your hook and then slip knot it on that way. And also for the eyes, you can use like a black band wrapped like a couple times and then slip knot that on, or you could use beads, whatever you want. Anything is cute. Like I said, I'm not gonna go glue the mouth on right now, but this is my ice cream. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Sorry that I haven't uploaded in a month, but I hope this makes up for it, and I'm going to be uploading a lot more this summer. And if you make one, don't forget to tag me on Instagram at saturn.looms and Tiff at that1rubberband. Thank you so much, Tiff, for letting me film a tutorial for you. I love this design so much. And don't forget to use the hashtag that1rubberband and SaturnLooms when posting. And I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you next time.